Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cliff from Games from the North. We are just settling in to get started tonight. Missing a couple of players still. I haven't heard from anyone saying they were going to be missing, but we'll find out. I am happy to say that this past Tuesday we started our Betrayal Legacy stream, and we were averaging about 8 to 9 viewers throughout the entire thing. We have discovered that Kevin wasn't a witch. He was in fact a normal human, despite the fact that he's responsible for a lot of our deaths, including Phil's. That's okay, we're still on camera, don't worry. So yeah, we had a great time with that, didn't we, Phil?
We did. It was a good show.
Our next stream is going to be next week, Tuesday, and we'll be playing more of the ever-exciting Betrayal Legacy. We'll be starting Chapter 2 and going from there. So, if you like fun games with miniatures, by all means, drop us a line and jump on. We also learned that a horrible haunt would be to walk into a room full of women, all of whom are saying they're fine. This, by the way, in case anyone's worried or that, thinking I'm sexist or making a sexist remark, it was in fact a message sent to me by a female friend.
Graham is not coming tonight. He was working late.
Who?
That is good to know.
Are we expecting Paul?
I have not heard anything to say we are not. But who knows? He does often show up at the last minute. A quick note to everybody, guys: when you are talking about in character or about what your character is doing, I have had comments from a couple of viewers saying that some of you are hard to hear. So please speak up. We do our.
Kind of a loud environment right now.
We are in a loud environment, and I know they picked up some other games, so I don't really want to turn the gain up too much.
Maybe we
because
can ask the viewers themselves which players are lacking.
Down a little.
I specifically did not ask because I wanted just to make a general thing of speaking up a little bit.
Sure.
We need wireless mics.
That was actually one person's comment is that I should mic up everybody, and I was like, great, send me the mics.
Yes.
I'll be happy to.
Please subscribe monthly.
Yeah, please subscribe monthly and send me the mics.
Can you get somebody to sponsor us for that?
Then they would
Well,
hear
someone
all
can
of
send
our asides.
bits and
Yeah, that's the part that worries me, is they hear all of our aside.
That would be awesome.
All of our what?
Aside comments?
Yeah, nobody needs
I really hope Laird shows up. I've got a bunch of clothes for his mum.
He said he was. He needs a ride home, so.
Oh, okay, well, maybe he'll show up eventually.
Like now? Hello. We were just talking about you.
that's what you should do.
That is
He was
impressive.
busy curling his
I
hair.
thought you were gonna do it.
Please remember not to hit the table, as though. The fact that you hit the table is literally the reason we have the microphone on a pad now. Dun 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 dun. So a quick little bit of redecoration while we're waiting.
Here, that's not mine.
That's mine, but that's fine.
I don't care. That's not mine. You can do what you want with
Thanks,
it.
Aaron.
Now he's gonna see it. Good. Throw it in the fire.
Hey, Stonefist, like how I put my indecisive bar on display.
How many times are we going to hit that?
I don't know, but we're going to find out. That is currently 2 times.
What's indecisive?
You can't make up your mind.
Yeah, I know.
Too
But,
many choices.
yes, but
It's a chocolate bar.
there is.
It's a Snickers bar.
But why is it called indecisive?
We have different
It's
things
like
on it.
angry,
Oh.
or confused, or whatever.
It's
When you should eat it.
This one is indecisive. It's for the people that stand in front of the chocolate bars that can't decide which kind of chocolate bar they want.
I'm actually thinking about buying one before I leave today. So that the next time I ask my wife, oh, okay, you're hungry. What do you want to eat? I don't know. I will pull out the bar labeled indecisive and toss it to her.
that's
Is she watching?
Not currently, but she might. That must have hurt.
Don't do that.
Okay.
If it hurts, don't do that.
The one guy who needs a refresher on what he missed last week. And yet he's been sitting here for, what, 20 minutes?
Oh, at least.
At least?
Yeah.
Awesome.
The question is, in his bag that he keeps his gaming stuff, do you think he's got the sleeve with his...
Oh, was he like possibly timing medical stuff?
Yes, I'm
Nope,
too.
that's not due for another 20 minutes.
Great.
You're eating. Give me the pencil.
So how's everybody doing tonight? Did anybody catch the Betrayal Legacy stream?
I did not.
I did. Oh.
You were on it. So we're really glad you caught it.
The what?
So what's this? The betrayer ended up not to be more like just someone who caused mayhem, but wasn't really a betrayer. Or?
So
We were all
We
just
get-
humans going insane.
we get to the point where
Oh, okay.
we have found the silver chalice.
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes full enough.
So at that point in the game, we had to pull out and read a little bit of a journal or like that's in the book that sort of tells a bit of the story of the property we're on. And then we're told to we hand out these cards. And because there were only 4 of us playing, we handed out 4 of them, and then we had to destroy the 5th card.
Okay.
Which was, if you've never played a legacy game, destroying a game card is pretty difficult if you've never done it before. It feels really weird to rip up a
Are you
card.
physically ripping it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we actually destroyed
At
parts
that
of the
point,
game.
at the end of the game, we started to burn it too. Yeah, it's part of the process of the game. And there
What
is
if I pay money
It's
for my
legacy.
cards
It's
and
made
you
to
pay
never
me
be
now?
played again.
no, actually, this particular one you can play it in at the end. But what happened is at a certain point, we all had to. We were all given these cards, and there was a secret information on it. We had to scratch off for however many players we had, and it would either say normal, human, or witch. And then the objective was, there was a secret traitor mechanic. We didn't know who the witch was, and there was something making us insane. We had to kill
Who we thought
who we
the
thought
witch.
would be the witch.
Oh God.
So it's like
Somebody that didn't deserve it.
like
Right?
the
Right?
VR
Like
wolf
that.
game.
Like, what?
Spoiler alert. So if you don't want to know what happened, now's the time not to listen for about a minute or two. There was no witch.
Who'd you kill anyway?
You guys are killing
Everybody,
everybody.
Kevin. Except for one person. One person survived.
Yeah. Julie's character, played by Kevin that night, was the survivor.
Francois.
Francois. My character Olaf killed, I think, Pierre.
Does it count all that?
Yeah. I can't remember what...
It was you
Olaf
killed
and
and
Snowman.
Kevin killed you, or you killed me, and then Kevin killed you.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and then at the end of it, we learned that there was no one
witch.
was actually the witch, and Julie's character has the deed to the house that's been started, the homestead. And the next game we play will be taking place, I think, about 30 years later,
Yeah.
and that'll be this coming Tuesday. So I think Julie's going to play Francois as an older character,
right.
would make the most sense.
It would make sense.
And the rest of us will be coming back as new characters.
Same family.
Same family, new characters.
Spawn.
All right, so that's the backstory of our Betrayal Legacy game that we are playing Tuesday night. So if you would like to join us and tune in for that, please do. It is a lot of fun. If you've never played Betrayal Legacy, it is a ton of fun. Or if you've never played Betrayal: A House on the Hill, it is a ton of fun. And Betrayal Legacy just means that what happens in one game affects the next game and so on. But back to this game, since we're about 10 minutes in now. Azzy, I'd like to compliment you, first off, on preparing for the game about 10 minutes before the game started. That was awesome. Getting up once the game starts right away, within the first 2 minutes, when you were the one player here who wasn't here last week, to go get a drink, was less than awesome.
See now, okay, I have to say, Azzy, thank you for doing this because now I don't get yelled at for being late.
We would never yell.
But now,
But now-
If you had a reason as good as mine last week for being late, then it's excusable.
Oh, and sorry,
Well-
just to follow up,
Does,
with,
does coming out to your dad on the ride here count?
I don't know, but are you coming out to everyone on the stream too?
I guess so, yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, Cliff, you're one of the first people I came out to that were like family friends at KeyCon. Remember, I got locked in the closet in the ops room.
Literally.
I literally got locked in the closet. They let me out, and then
Didn't I help you come out? No.
yes, you helped me come out. You unlocked the closet for me.
I believe that's illegal. So many layers.
Yeah, it's very confusing. It was like when Caleb came out, when we played Monster Hearts.
This feels so much like a
On
Laird
the
thing.
verge of excusable.
A
Anyways.
quick follow-up, just to catch everybody up on Erin's adventure from last week. You went to the theater where the person was trying to get to and let them know that she was a volunteer. That
She had a good reason.
that
to
she
be
had a
late.
good reason to be late or miss her shift, and the theater was kind enough to give you tickets to a play written by a friend of mine,
Cool.
Ian Ross.
Yeah.
So,
Which is the tickets are for this Sunday's matinee.
well, I hope you have a good time and
I
go.
hope so.
But back to the game. So when last we left our brave adventurers, our brave superhero young heroes, you had all decided to accept the invitation to join HABA, Heroes Academy for Brilliant Abilities, or Heroic Academy for Brilliant Abilities, something along those lines. And at that point, you were given a mission right away, pretty much,
Yep.
from Hero, and you were flown out for about 45 minutes or so off the coast of Helicron City to what you guys know as Crescent Island. Now, Crescent Island has undergone a change. The landscape looks the same, but the buildings that are on it look different. There are also 2 blimps sitting on the water in the harbor, and satellite surveillance of the island has shown that there are trolls walking on the streets
Where people once were.
where people once were. Looks to be about the same population,
Yep.
but all in all, it is definitely different.
And we're working on the initial assumption that all these people were transformed, and this town was transformed in the same manner that train we encountered was.
Correct.
The guy had something to do with you all assumed.
Well, you appeared when that train was transformed.
Yes, but they all assumed that I had something to do with it.
That is their assumption. Now, you guys have been deployed on the back of the island on an inflatable boat.
You have to be very careful what you
I am
say
being
here.
very careful about how I word
And we're
this.
all disguised as sailors.
And SH has created an illusion that you are all sailors over you. At this point, there is a small motor at the back of the boat that you guys are using to head towards the shore. And I was going to say that we will, start this game with your guys' inflatable raft beaching up on the shore of Crescent Island.
So it's a motor. We're not paddling in.
No,
We don't have to stroke our way.
you don't have to stroke your way to shore. There is definitely a motor.
I'm going to actually assert that I'm not dressed as a sailor, and instead I'm in a net, and I look like an octopus that they caught. Because that's probably easily for me.
Isn't that illegal?
It's easier for me to disguise as that than as a sailor.
All right. There's definitely a net that you could have been caught in. Not a problem.
I scream land ho.
You guys are arriving at the back of the island, and there is, like I said, it was a crescent-shaped island with the majority of the buildings on the opposite side,
Yeah.
and on the points of each of the tips of the crescent, are 2. You guys would probably describe them as a lighthouse.
Okay.
But at the moment, there's something different.
No, they look kind of like a lighthouse or a tower, like a watchtower.
Okay. Is it jungle on the backside?
It is jungle. It is forest with a mountain in between.
Okay.
Just as a quick reminder for everyone, please make sure you are speaking up and not having your hand in front of your mouth when you're talking, so that people can hear you.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Okay, so how do you guys want to go about checking this island out? What do you want to do?
I'm assuming we have now gone onto the island.
You are on the island. We are literally starting with your island, with your boat, your inflatable, being beached on the shore.
I will remove the illusion,
Okay,
being sailors.
Let's split up.
Yes.
okay, that sounds like a good plan to start.
Why are we splitting up?
Because that's what we do.
Because we can cover more ground.
Because we like to be
Okay.
annoying to the GM.
No,
I want to look for a path.
What's sorry?
yeah, that's,
Is our end goal to find out what's causing this?
Your end goal is to find out what the there were people that were sent to the island that have gone missing.
Find out what happened to them.
Your end goal is to find out what happened to them. Ideally, make sure they are safe. And if you can get information about what happened, that would certainly be useful as well.
So, you can fly, and you can teleport. Can you teleport where you don't know where you're going?
He looks like a minotaur, so he just sort of fits right in the air.
Within the scene, breaking through, slipping past any barriers or restraints in your way, spend a second burn to move to any place you've previously been.
That's previously been.
So you couldn't go
You
on
could-
the other side of the
You
island.
can't just blindly teleport. Go, I want to
You
teleport
can't
to
change it.
Chicago.
So I have to spend a second burn to teleport to where I've previously been.
Yeah, but the rest of it is within the scene. So if, for example, we are in a combat scene, you can teleport anywhere within that location. So generally, I would assume that you probably have line of sight teleport, or you can spend 2 burn to teleport to somewhere you've already been.
Maybe Daybreak should scan the area up top.
Sure. While we look for a path to get around to the village part. Can you do that, Daybreak?
Yes.
where was the lighthouse thing?
We're at the points that we're at
The
the back.
lighthouses are on the 2 points of the present.
Okay, and where are we?
You basically are on the back of the present.
This is the lighthouse. This is the lighthouse.
And did you say all the people look like trolls, or they all look like fantasy creatures?
In this particular case, satellite images, everyone you have seen appears to be a troll.
And this is a mountain.
Okay.
Actually, here,
It
let
looks
me
like a
work
banana from here.
Yeah.
Well, banana is a crescent.
From here.
Banana Hammock Island.
Princess
If we're gonna get an official drawing.
No, but I'm sorry, but from this side, it looks like a banana. You're like, I don't like the girl at the table.
Banana for reference.
And where is the town spread across the entire inside of the crescent? That's what he's drawing right now.
Is that the beach?
No, that is the town.
So we could potentially split up and one side go east and one west.
Yeah, then we just work our way in.
That makes more
And
sense.
Daybreak could try and
But there are other
communicate between
buildings
us.
on this.
It's a mountain range going like through the entire middle of the the island, not just like the center part, but from tip to tip.
It's like a wall. Great wall of mountain.
Yeah, so we'd have.
Are there others?
Who's our flyer? Could you do some reconnaissance, like are there paths
Okay.
going through the mountains?
So just to quickly go through this with everybody. Sorry guys, it's a little quick and crude. There we
Looks
go.
even more like a banana
Joker
than
face.
Phil's
It looks
drawing.
even more like a banana than Phil's, I'm sure. So you've got a lighthouse/tower at this present. You've got another one at this present. Satellite images that you have seen indicate there is a road leading to the town, which is along here, and another road leading to the tower. You've got forest, mountain, forest, beach, and that is where you guys are right now.
How far does the mountain go? Does the mountain cover
The
the whole
mountain
island?
pretty much goes all the way across. Like the 2 towers are actually built on the mountain.
Is it very high?
It's not like huge. It's certainly not impassable. We're not
plain.
talking cliffs of insanity type mountain here.
How large is the island? Like what? One square represents how.
Oh yeah, like I drew that quickly to scale. It's
Next time I'll bring graph over.
I believe it's only 1
I'm
kilometer
drawing it right
wide.
now.
yeah, I would say about a
I'm
kilometer.
redrawing it right now. Would it be?
Good, because I don't do reality. I do cartoon frogs.
So it's pretty small then.
It doesn't matter.
I don't do drawing in general.
What if it is small enough, I will attempt to survey the entirety of the island. Perhaps you should make your way to one of the towers.
Okay, what if we split up and one group goes one tower and one goes the other tower? Everybody okay with that plan?
Yeah.
That works for me.
Why don't we go with me, Stonefist, and Burr heading to the right, you guys to the left.
And Daybreak is going on his own to.
I will
Reconnaissance.
inform of everyone of where the dangers are and follow
So
my hero's instinct.
So use
Okay.
the earpiece when you're surveying.
Okay.
More like a mouthpiece for him.
Thank you for including me in your language. Black flame, right?
It'd be nice if you knew because his
Yeah, it's
tag
hard.
is there, right?
It's hard because I don't have anything to look at.
If only you had if only I'd given you like a card
And maybe he had a sleeve that he'd have all his
that had all
so
of
you
that
know
stuff in.
who's got connections with him.
Yeah.
Oh, in his underwear drawer. So.
Oh my gosh,
That's right, everybody.
he's almost set up.
Just place it. Just place it. You are not going anywhere.
All right.
All right, there we go. Now we know he is Black Flame. One day he will actually set everything up for game, but not today. Or one day he'll get tired of us abusing him at game, and then we'll have to pick on Lair.
Again.
Then we'll have to pick up.
Wait, yeah, not then. Okay. All right,
get
so let's
Dory.
start to
I rocket off
Daybreak.
into the sky.
You can try
Daybreak
to
shoots up into the sky.
After getting out of the rubber, he shoots up into the sky.
So flying
Inflatable.
above, would I be able to make and assess the situation?
You know, I think that would be ideal.
Got it, sir.
Do we have conditions?
A 9 plus
no reason
1,
for us
which
to
is a
have
10,
conditions.
so a 10 plus.
Do we have conditions? I don't have conditions.
I had two. I don't know if I just didn't unmark them.
I think
I had conditions.
they should be away.
Yeah, I mean, it's the next day.
Is a tower round or square?
Banana.
One is round and one is square, sure.
There's a triangle runs up dodecahedron.
I thought they were cylinders.
30 seconds, otherwise it goes.
So assess the situation.
I got a 10, so I get to choose 2.
You do get to choose two. So you have flown up, and you are I assume you're hovering sort of in the middle of the island. Is that your intent?
Well, I mean, I would probably sort of rocket around doing like this and then stop and sort of try and assess what I saw. But yeah, stopping, hovering above the middle of the island.
Okay. So thinking of it in terms of comic book, the top frame is sort of this narrow panel with you with this crescent island in the water and this little circle around it, and then the panel beneath it is you looking down on the island and your little tentacles
Yeah,
tangling
just
underneath
hovering
you.
there.
Yeah.
Is this line the road?
Yeah, the roads connect to what's the town. Okay, so what would you like to know?
What here is the biggest threat?
Dun dun dun.
So in looking through in circling the island, you have seen a number of almost everyone on the island they're all kind of dressed differently. Some of them are like you would in a normal town, right? They're not in a uniform or anything, but they all seem to be armed and very alert.
Got it. And all trolls.
And all, 9-10 foot tall trolls.
And they're
9 or 10 foot troll.
Yeah, they're big trolls. They're
and
not.
they are so in the what here's the biggest threat. They are mostly presiding in the town. Did I see a lot of them near the lighthouses?
You see several of them near both of the lighthouses.
Any near bridges?
No, not near bridges. You see a large number. The town is populated by these creatures.
Got it.
The buildings that are there are built to accommodate them.
So to accommodate the trolls.
Yes.
Okay.
And the two towers that you pass both have a large crystal on the top.
A large crystal. So I know that I'm new to Earth culture, but is this look like sort of not right in my mind? Like I don't see this in my tours of the U.S. with Captain Justice. Did I see much of something like this?
No, you have not seen any large buildings with crystals on the top.
What are they armed with?
They look like long sticks with. Some of them have like brass tubes on them. Some of them are sort of carrying what looked like a club with a crystal on the end.
My second question.
Yeah.
What here is in the greatest danger?
What here is in the greatest danger?
What here is
In the greatest danger.
in the yeah.
You notice in the center of town is they look like they're in a cage, and there's several trolls around them guarding them, and they appear to be human.
Okay. Paging fail. I have surveyed the island and I've noticed that the trolls are all throughout it, although there are several near the lighthouses you're going to. Also, those beings which we came here to protect, I believe they are captured in the center of town, for they are the only humans left on the island.
Except for most of us.
They're like a notably very here.
Yes.
All right.
Also,
Do you see any paths?
on the houses of light which you are making your way to, there appear to be some sort of odd crystals on top of them. I don't know what they're for, but they don't look like the great American architecture I've seen across this beautiful land.
Do you see any paths over the mountain into the middle of town, or do we have to follow to the lighthouse?
Do I see any paths?
Yeah, I'll give you paths. You spot several several sort of. Some of them look like game trails. Some of them look like actual walking paths that these trolls might use. And given how big they are, they're definitely going to be really fairly easy to see. That's why I'm not making you use one of your questions.
Yes, there are several trails. At this location, and this location.
Does it look like the towers are heavily armed with these trolls? Maybe we shouldn't go
There are
to the towers.
several trolls at the towers, although several more at the town. Perhaps we must join together and not split up. There is an ancient Strix saying that the heat of the star is greatest when concentrated. So we must go with that, and we must attack as one.
So maybe we should join together on a trail leading towards the middle of town and attack where the prisoners are.
Yes, if we allow them to escape, perhaps they can assist us.
Do we need to attack? The people on the train seem to have retained their sense of old self.
But he described that they're carrying weapons.
And trolls are not the nicest. You know, all the other like elves and dwarves and gnomes and stuff, they're usually pretty mild-mannered.
Surely they're nothing, because elves are fantasy creatures.
I was gonna say,
and before this
Burr,
time-
you're mixing up reality with your D&D night.
Yeah. I'm just going off of what I've
Is
seen.
it Ranger Elf? Because that's what I was when I played the one.
Okay, so what is the plan?
Right, gang, I think we should congregate on this trail over here.
Perhaps
That'll lead
we
us
must
into the
not
town.
fight the trolls if we can choose not to, but we must free these innocent beings.
Well, if we get together as a group, as we get closer to town, I'll try and disguise us as trolls.
Okay. So, you
So whose shoulders am I sitting on?
you rejoin up as a group, unless anyone wants to go off on their own. Okay, good. So you're back together as a group. You meet up on a set trail that Daybreak has pointed out. Are you flying down to rejoin them, Daybreak?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're making your way through the trail, there's some of the plant life that you're seeing. You actually see what looks like a Venus flytrap almost, and you see it seems to be eating a deer. And the deer has like 6 legs.
Yikes. Not the 6 legs, the eating the deer.
But the trail you're seeing that well off the trail, right? I mean, you guys are taking a standard trail that seems to be well used, well
Is the
traveled.
other flora, does it look odd? Like,
Not completely. I mean, you're not like an earth tree expert, arborist, by the way. But yeah, there's definitely indications that there's something odd.
We obviously should be keeping our eyes open because
You
the
see-
plants have been changed around here. As
Yeah,
well.
the plants have been changed. At one point, who's taking the lead? Who's walking front?
I will.
Okay. Ren, at one point you step in a puddle.
Okay.
Okay. You pointing it out to everybody to make sure they avoid it, or you? Okay.
I'm gonna have a wet foot. Everybody's gonna have a wet foot.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm in
It's
the very
nighttime,
back.
right?
Yes. Any lights you guys are using?
she's glowing.
Oh, you glow. That's right. So as Ren glows, and
I think we'll see that puddle.
you will all see that puddle, which to Ren would have just been a puddle because she has no concept of really that it's any different. The rest of you can tell right away that it's red.
Ooh, like blood.
Yeah, like and then when you get closer to it, you can smell the very rich, earthy scent from it, with a hint of copper.
Is it more
large
blood
puddle?
than like it's a large?
Yeah,
puddle?
it's like probably about half the size of one of these tables.
Whoa.
Like it's a big puddle.
Let's stop for a second.
Like a
Someone's-
look around, just
Yeah.
Yeah, let's,
Sure, you can
let's,
assess the situation if you
Let's
like.
all
What is
assess
that?
the situation.
Yeah.
what does that assess?
It is
Plus
2d6 plus superior.
Plus superior. Ooh, 9, 10.
Okay, so you would get to ask 2 questions.
9.
I failed for sure.
I don't
Okay.
have one of these. I need.
Which, that's my potential.
Any of these? 2 of these.
I think.
Yes, if you fail, you are safe.
What is the biggest threat?
The biggest threat would, from where you're looking around, probably the biggest threat that you can see would be one of those flesh-eating, meat-eating plants.
Okay.
In looking around, though, you do also see. It's almost like it's rained here recently. Like you're seeing spots on the ground where there are actually several pools of this red liquid.
All right. How could we best end this quickly?
Run in a zigzag path.
There isn't really a defined threat.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you're thinking the pool is the threat, the best way to end the pool quickly would be to get away from it.
I say we keep moving down the path, we keep our eyes open.
This thing is changing the habitat.
Yes, it's much bigger, had a much bigger effect than the train.
We should be wary that it doesn't change us too if it's still underway.
This is true. Did you notice that the prisoners hadn't changed?
I could not get close enough.
That
Well, I think.
I fear I will lose my beauty. I'm in my gooey form.
Says the gooey tentacle-based slug.
Yep.
I fear I will lose my beauty.
yeah. Okay, let's press on.
Okay. Pushing on, you guys find, kind of, you get to that frame in the comic where you're kind of overlooking, you're coming up over the mountainside. The trail has been very well defined all the way along. It's probably like a page of you guys always walking from left to right. Lord of the Rings reference for those of you who don't know it. You know what I'm talking about, right, Tim?
The Lord of the Rings what?
In Lord of the Rings, all the scenes where you see them walking to get to the thing, they are always moving from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. In every single one. So yeah, there's all these different panel references throughout a page of you guys walking through a well-groomed, well-defined trail. You are coming up over a set of stairs, and these stairs are actually fairly, almost challenging for some of you to navigate. Some of you are fairly small.
So they're more troll height.
They're
stairs.
definitely troll height stairs. I mean, they're
Okay.
built for trolls.
Okay.
And you can see a pass up ahead between some of the hills and the mountains. And again, it's obviously a man-made pass. And you see a Ren. Up ahead, you see a large, about 9 foot tall troll with a sort of graying beard. He's got what would best be described as a tree trunk, as a walking stick.
Okay.
And he's kind of leaning on it, looking down the trail.
Towards us or away from
Towards you, towards in the general direction of you. It's probably a safe bet that with Ren glowing the way she does, that if she can see him, he can see her. He hasn't moved yet, though.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I am going to. Can I pierce the mask?
You definitely can try and pierce the mask. So you're kind of gonna, in this particular case, to pierce the mask, what you kind of do is you're looking at him, right? You're trying to gauge what he's going to do. So it would be a roll plus mundane. I am going to say it is a -1 to the roll, because really, actually no. For you, I'm not going to give any penalties. For anyone else trying to do this, it would be a -1, because none of you have any concept of what a troll might do. Whereas with Ren, she has no concept what any of you would do.
So it's roll plus mundane.
Roll plus or minus mundane.
Okay, because mine is -2.
Yeah, so it would be 2d6 minus 2.
Okay.
And you're shooting 7 to 9 would let you ask one question.
Didn't you say she's subtracting mundane?
Yes. In her case, she's at a mundane of -2.
So then we would be adding that.
No.
He just said there was
He
4 knowledge was already-
assumed she had a negative mundane.
Yeah. So roll 2 dice and add or subtract your mundane stat.
I was thinking this too.
2.
So that would be a 0.
Yep.
You can definitely add a
Potential.
potential.
Okay.
On your sheet?
I hope so. Thanks.
That is a horrible, horrible roll.
I don't know how I did this. Must have got.
I'm going to say that she doesn't even tell us that there's a troll there.
I'm thinking, yeah, that's going to be the end result, is that you don't even let the rest of them know there is a troll there.
You just
Wait,
sort of
is this odd?
you just stare. There's a panel of the troll,
kind of
a
wave
panel
my
of you,
fingers at him
and then
as
of
I
you
walk
like
by.
squinting your eyes.
Probably
and then just
two
us-
panels of the two of you staring at each other.
Yeah,
in the
and then just
comic.
us, and then whoever's behind her like bumps into her.
Sure.
Like has no idea what's going on.
But I'm thinking she's continuing.
Oh, you
She's
think
not
so? Just
stopping.
wait.
Yeah, I think
It's
with such a bad roll, she's going to lead you right into
So
the
there's
situation.
the frame of the troll, frame of her. They're looking at each other, and then a frame of us just like somebody's twiddling their thumb, somebody's looking out like this.
Yeah.
We're all too busy looking on the sides,
Yeah.
making sure we're not being attacked.
Yeah.
Okay, so she leads you up in between into the pass, and you hear this guttural voice, and it's almost like rumbling. You don't really understand what it's saying.
I instantly turn us all into trolls.
Okay, give me unleash power, because this is definitely a major move for your power.
Oh, what?
Unleash your powers.
Okay, what happens when I unleash my powers?
You're going to roll plus free.
It's right behind me that ran into me.
While you are doing that, the rocks themselves of the pass
7.
are reforming, and they're forming bars in both the front and back of the group.
0?
Yeah.
Not on top, just so you know. Okay, so 7 to 9, mark a condition. Or the GM will tell you how this effect is unstable or temporary. I'm going to tell you, don't bother marking a condition. I'm going to tell you it is unstable or temporary because the troll literally saw her, right? So you can't really make him not have seen
Yep,
you guys.
yep.
I mean, had you pulled off the illusion, it might have gotten going,
Yep.
but yeah, you pull off the illusion for a moment, and then when you see the rock itself reform as it rolls out across and like, it's not like the rock itself is rolling and changing. It is like the rock is extending itself, and the rock is reforming itself to bar you in the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you are trapped on both sides by rock bars, and this old man is sort of staring at you right now, and your illusion kind of falters at that point.
Sure.
There's sort of this brief frame of you guys talking, and you
Just
suddenly
old
become
man
a
troll?
trail.
Old man troll.
Old man troll. Okay.
Old man troll. All right. Anybody got an ability? Are there bars above us?
No, there are not bars above you.
Okay. Well, how about we make this guy feel comfortable for a moment before we easily get past these bars, or what we feel could easily get past these bars, and say, "Oh, you've definitely got us. So why do you have us?"
Except we can't understand the language he's saying.
Can he understand it? Alright.
So you asked him why he has you.
Yeah.
You are not of this island.
Oh, actually, that's exactly why we're here. We've come to see
You came with the others.
That is not true.
We are actually.
So,
We are others.
so because we are entering a new encounter, guys, team pool. So we're going to add 2 to it. Who is the leader in this scene? Going once.
I guess me. All right.
Anyone disagree?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
he kind of took the lead in with the asks, so
Do you have influence over every member on your team?
No.
Okay, so we don't add anything. Is everyone here do all of you have the same purpose as he does in the sense that you want to talk your way out of the situation?
No.
Or are there those who want to fight?
Well,
I don't want to fight. I just want to like
wanna
find
know
a
what's
way
going on.
around him that's like without provoking him.
Okay, so
But
I don't.
rolled Snake
I
Eyes, so
can't
don't
say.
think
I was
can do
about to
anything.
encourage Wrecker to try and break us out.
okay, so you are definitely not on the same page. So we don't add. There are people who aren't on the same
Sorry.
page as you.
Well, I'm a geomancer.
Is there anyone here who?
I can quickly change the situation if I want
I should
to.
probably roll burn.
But
Not yet. Is there
we can
anyone
get some
here
information.
who
Mistrusts.
doesn't mistrusts Stonefist as the leader?
No.
who doesn't mistrust? That means
Who does mistrust him as the leader?
Well,
Okay, so we don't remove anything from that.
remember, I'm a reformed villain.
And
That's important.
Yeah, he is a reformed villain. But I will also say that you are not caught. I mean, you're
We were prepared. Like we were looking around.
you were looking around, but you were let in really badly because
Yeah.
of that. So because of that roll, I am going to
Take
remove
one.
one to say that you are unprepared.
Alrighty.
We should be prepared. Exactly. That's I was trying to, but I couldn't quite work it in. So
I forgot you were a geomancer.
nice.
I would like
Fair.
you.
Is it?
Geomancer or
I would like you to.
geokinetic, yeah.
I was 16.
To assess, make an assess the situation roll.
Okay.
Now you're doing the math.
Alright. assess the situation or pierce the mask?
I would like you to assess the situation.
All right, let's assess the situation. Superior. How's my superior? Ooh, my superior is not good.
Snake eyes again. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it didn't.
Except only a -1.
It did not help you.
It doesn't
So
matter.
Hold on.
you have been told that you are with the others, and you are trapped between these walls. And on that note, folks, we are going to take our 10-minute break because it is 7:50,
And you're gonna go buy your indecisive chocolate.
and I'm
bar.
probably going to go buy an indecisive chocolate bar.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a few.
Those are not going so well.
Thank you. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are back still at Game Night, still playing Masks: A New Generation by Magpie Games. We haven't done introduce a new player in quite a while. Laird.
Oh no!
I love the look of abject horror on his face.
I thought I escaped this.
I just realized we can't actually see Laird the way he's sitting right now.
That's why he sat there.
He's not a new.
There we go. We haven't introduced him as a player. We haven't talked to him on a one-on-one. Tell us about yourself, Laird.
This feels like ELA all over again. I am Laird.
Hey, Laird.
I'm 14 years old. I'm in high school right now and been a big fan of role-playing games, mostly D&D, but thanks to Cliff, I've gotten into other ones.
You're welcome. And his parents, you're welcome as well, because now he can't afford to do drugs or anything else because he buys role-playing games.
Oh yeah, that's why my parents were so excited when Rhiannon started Magic: The Gathering.
That's right. Magic the Gathering, the anti-drug.
Shut up.
This particular gaming group is often joked as being a 12-step recovery program for former Magic players.
Working
But
for me.
are you taking anything specific? What do you do? What's your favorite thing to do outside of school, other than role-playing games?
Other than role-playing games,
Put myself in the gym when
I don't know. This has sort of become most of my life.
That's not good.
I spend a lot of the time on the internet, like most 14-year-olds.
Shut up, Caleb. I saw that look on your face. I know exactly what you were thinking.
Wait, no, I guess that doesn't count because I do role plays on the internet too.
That's not getting much better, Laird, but keep going.
I know.
You're digging yourself an awesome hole here.
Put his rope and wizard hat
on
on.
the internet. Takes me back.
Oh, come on. You've been playing with me here since you were 14.
Earlier.
Earlier. Anyways, thank you for introducing yourself to us, Laird.
Yeah.
We enjoy having you at our table on Thursdays.
You're pretty awesome.
All right, so you have tried to, you have spoken to this guy. The troll has claimed that you are with the other group, and he has barred you in on either side after rumbling something. And what are you doing?
All right. I just I lean forward on the bars and I and say, so come to talk to you.
Then speak.
How long have you been a troll?
All of my life.
Do you have no memory of ever being anything else?
How could I have been anything but a troll?
Interesting. We've had word that some magic was used to make people think they were trolls. We're investigating this.
No magic has been used on me.
No, I can tell you're a pretty solid guy.
Yes.
All right, I'd like to pierce the mask on him.
Sure.
Again, don't roll.
It is.
Don't roll snake eyes. Just don't.
Yeah, all right.
It is -1.
That's my mundane.
I don't know what your mundane is. You need to
Okay.
tell me.
My mundane is +1, so this is the net 0 roll. I get what I get. 7.
That's the bare minimum of what you need to get.
I get to ask him. Does he count as a villain, by the way?
I would say in this situation he will count as a villain.
Okay.
It is not clear whether he is. Okay, actually, let's back up.
For the purposes of one of my moves.
Okay, what? Tell me what that was for.
My move is called Wrong Side of the Tracks. You always get to ask an additional question when you pierce the mask of a villain, even on a miss. And then it lists what my extra question here is. Or when you pierce the mask of a hero.
I would say he's a villain.
Yeah.
Actually,
Hold on. Let him read his thing again. Now that he's
Okay. when you pierce even on a miss. When you it says, but when you pierce the mask of a hero, your call. Add this question to the list.
looking for my dice.
And then it adds a very specific question I can ask a hero. So
Okay.
he's not a hero; he's more from villain.
I'm going to say at this point, because of the situation, that he would be considered a villain. He is the one who has entrapped you in these bars.
All right, so I get to ask him an additional question.
All right.
Sorry.
All right.
They've lost a dice under the table.
But apparently we found a
Yes.
chocolate egg.
Okay,
David,
throw
you can
that
throw
out.
it
I lost a D6.
Have we found it yet?
It's all hands on deck.
It's probably like right.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Alright. So you have pierced his veil. Because he is considered a villain, you count as two. You get
right.
to ask 2 questions.
All right.
Nobody touches the envelope.
What do you intend to do?
To the, is this the question being
Hold
asked
you
to the
here until others
To
arrive.
the troll.
You definitely, like, this guy definitely seems he's wanting to trap you.
Okay. How could I get your character to let us out?
Do you have any candy? Sweet talking.
Don't they like gold?
You would have to convince him that you are not a threat to him, either him and to the people on the island.
Bribe him.
Do we have a sense that he used magic to close this up? Or is it more like a superpower?
You do not know.
How wide are these bars?
They're
Oh.
Okay. All right. So, all
so
right.
you've spoken with him.
Horizontal?
Yes, they are horizontal.
I'm gonna start climbing them.
Yeah, I could.
Okay. So you start climbing up the bars while he's talking.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you
Off to
doing?
the side.
I am staring at the troll, listening attentively to the conversation.
Okay. Burr.
So we don't want to murder him?
But we want to get a way out. Right?
No,
As a general rule, as a hero, you don't want to murder anyone.
Okay.
The ones who want to do the murdering are called villains.
Yeah, this is just an old man.
But this is something we could break, which we're good at.
You are definitely good at causing property damage.
Well,
Wink, wink
Why
to
don't you-
record.
here, I'll just buy us a couple of sand, and I'm just gonna take out an arrow and fire a freezing arrow through the bar.
At the troll?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are directly engaging a threat.
So, and my conditions they went away from the last.
We have said they have gone away, yes.
So,
Woohoo.
9.
Okay, plus your danger.
that 9.
Okay.
You got 9 for danger? Wow.
no, it's
No,
0.
I'm joking.
So you can pick one. You can resist or avoid their blows. You can take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, frighten, or surprise your opponents.
I will create the opportunity for my allies for like escaping.
Okay. So you have hit the troll, and your freezing arrow is kind of going up, like spreading out across him.
Yeah.
And so you can see like the ice forming on him. As that is happening, you see him move his tree trunk to the side, and as that happens, the rocks under your feet reach up and encase your legs in a single large chunk of rock. And then in that moment, the troll is encased in ice. You do not know how long this will last.
Go, 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 go!
And Burr is trapped
All right.
from about the knees down.
You
Hold
could
on.
have waited a little.
In solid rock.
Burr.
Ren, what are you doing?
Also directly engage a threat.
You want to?
Engage a threat.
Okay, so before we would get to the move, that you would have to say what you're doing in the fiction to directly engage the threat. How are you? So in this case, how are you attacking him?
Okay. I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna change it.
Okay, so what would you like? You tell me what you'd like to do, and I'll tell you what move it is.
I'm gonna find out from the old fellow if he's gonna hurt us or if
frozen.
He's frozen right now. He's encased in ice.
He's encased.
Yes.
I thought he was encased.
No, he
encased
fired
in
an
rock.
arrow at the troll, and the troll is currently encased in ice.
Okay.
And Burr's lower half, like from the knees down, is encased in solid rock.
So I'm going to unleash my powers to break the rock.
I
He's
don't want
encased
the
in.
arms.
Okay.
The arms are like my only redeeming.
Yep. So that would definitely be your. So you're firing a beam of solid light to punch through and break the rock.
Yes, I have super durability and strength too. So I was
Careful.
There's a burr in there.
Okay. And while that's happening, Wrecker, what are you doing?
But
I am going to do my in a china shop and try to smash the bars in front of us.
You're just running right
Yeah.
through. All right.
Am I rolling?
Yep, roll. 7, 8.
8. Yeah.
Okay. So on an 8, I am going to say that instead of you marking a condition, it is Burr who is marking the condition. Because you have hurt Burr in breaking him out. Conditions, where am I? Conditions. I'm going to say you're a little angry there, Burr.
Yes. Careful.
Okay, and you are trying to use your bull in the china shop move to charge
Yeah.
through the bars.
Is that danger?
I don't know what the move says.
Oh, okay.
It's
Never mind.
specific to your
it
team.
doesn't say anything. It just says you cause significant collateral damage to your environment.
Okay, so that would be, I think, in this particular case, like if you wanted to directly engage the threat, like you
Yeah.
want to charge the old man troll, you can do so, and in
Yeah.
doing that, you can cause additional damage.
Yeah.
To-
It says choosing an additional option even on a miss.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just try to destroy the bars.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's roll plus danger.
Danger. Okay, so that's plus 3.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
15.
15. Okay, so
Two snake eyes and a double six.
you I'll let you describe it. Describe it like you would a comic book. Take a whole page to describe this.
So I show the scene. I kind of like go on all fours and just try to plow through it, like just kind of like how a bull, Just,
Okay.
Yeah. And
So you
I kind of yeah.
You power through the
I
bar.
kind of overshoot it I take my strength for granted, and I didn't think the bars would be or I thought the bars would give me more of a fight than they would, but so I plowed through it.
Okay. I am going to stop at this point, and I'm going to add one thing to
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
SH is now on your back
Okay.
because SH was climbing the bars when all of this happened.
Oh,
so
whoops.
as you ran
Sorry.
through the
I
bars,
winked at you
SH was
about
at the top
Yeah.
and falls down on top of you.
Okay.
Where are you going once you're through the bars?
I guess towards the troll.
You want to hit the troll?
Yeah, I'll hit the troll and
Hit a
shatter
stick.
the
Hit a
ice.
stick. I'm trying to steer him.
Oh,
Hit
okay.
the stick. Hit the stick. I'm holding on to his hand.
His horns?
is the log bigger than a person?
Yeah, it's like a
trunk.
a tree trunk.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll hit his stick.
Okay.
Yeah. My instincts feel the pull.
Yeah, you feel the pull of the horns. All right. So he runs you right through.
I jump off before we get to the tree trunk.
So you've done that. Okay, so you're going to. I'm going to say you break the tree trunk,
Okay.
and you actually, because you got to pit 2, you can avoid taking any damage
Oh,
from the
okay.
impact.
Yeah, I was
as well.
wondering about that.
Okay.
Sorry, that's my.
Whose phone is buzzing
That's
so
mine.
much?
I'm sorry.
Put it on your
My house called.
Okay, so you have plowed through the bars, and you have crashed and cracked the guy's staff to the
Yeah.
point that it basically breaks in half. He is still frozen in ice, and you have not taken any damage from
So
any of this.
that was a destructive move, correct?
It was.
When you help a teammate through destructive actions, you can give them a +2 instead of a +1 when you spend a team from the pool.
Okay, so you don't actually need to spend a team from the
Currently.
pool because he's already done it.
Okay.
So if he was trying to make this roll and you wanted to help him, then you could have. So for example, if he had broken through the bars but not been able to do anything else,
Yep.
you could have said, "Well, I'm going to spend a move,"
Okay.
and given him a +2 because he's being destructive.
Okay.
Okay, Burr, what are you doing? Not Burr.
Black
Flame.
I want to use worship,
You want to use worship.
but first I need.
Okay, so you need to generate your burn.
Come on, good stuff. That is not good
That is
stuff.
7.
7. So I take 3 conditions:
Okay.
Whoa.
angry, guilty, and insecure.
Okay.
And I get
That's a good combo. Angry, guilty, and insecure.
2 burn.
Okay.
So I will spend a burn,
Okay.
and I will grab the cage. Suddenly get like the what's left of it.
Yeah.
It'll get encased in basically the black flame, and I'll pretty much tear it.
Tear it apart.
Yeah, to
Okay.
basically silence everyone and make them stop.
And, that'll affect the party as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So why did you make a second hole for the?
No, the entire cage is gone.
Yeah, he's shredded the entire case completely at this point.
Because he's angry, insecure, and
Guilty.
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 Yeah, so you have done that. You have charged up your flame power. The cage disintegrates, and it is back around to the start of the order per se. Everyone is kind of in awe of what he has done.
Yeah.
Because of the power set that he used for this. And the troll is still encased in ice, but you can see him, like within the ice, you can see him start to move a little bit. And you know from your experience that, this probably won't hold him for too much longer.
Nope.
Okay? What are you guys doing?
I say we book it out of here. There's more trolls coming,
Do we really want? Well, not we've
or we kill them.
killing anybody.
We're not supposed to. We're not supposed to kill him. He didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get out of here then.
Why don't?
All right, let's run.
Yeah, but you don't want to like a pissed off troll alerting people that we've got past his defenses.
But he said there was people coming.
Yeah, that's true.
And if he's still encased in ice, we don't know how long he's going to be encased in ice. So
Yeah.
when these other guys get there,
Well, we know
they
it's
may
not going to last long.
Yeah, but
I think the gig is up. They know we're here. I could try disguising us all.
that'd be awesome.
From this point
Let's do
on.
that.
Let's see. Do you have a good way of restraining him? I could make my own little rock prison for him. We broke his tree trunk.
Yeah. Well, if you want to do that before we go.
You're just going to make him cry. He's had that since he was a child.
Okay, so you want to encase him in rock then?
Kind of like a. It'll take him I'm not sure how strong a troll is, so but figure a few tons of tiny little prison.
All right, so that would be unleashing your power.
Okay.
In which case, basically, you are calling forth a bunch of rock and rubble to bring it in and encase it.
Get your freak on. Let's see it.
All right.
What?
Yeah.
I tried to.
Potential.
Yeah.
Worship.
Oh wait.
You mark yourself a.
Hold on. 3.
I basically
5.
tore
Six
apart
here.
the cage.
That would give us the
Does
8.
anybody want to encourage him? If you get, he's actually grabbing rock from the cliff face, so technically that is destructive. So if you would like to, I will give that to you. A plus
Sure,
2.
I'll help you. I think you're doing a great job.
Okay, so one of these is gone.
Yep.
So that puts plus 2.
So I'm at 3, 4,
That puts you
5,
at
6,
7.
7. All right.
And then we got these 2. That would take us to 9.
It's
But there's
no difference between
yeah.
7 and 9.
Yeah. So 7 is
Okay,
good.
so you have encased him in rock
So you have to either
from the
mark
head down.
condition or-
Yeah.
From the head down.
All right, and I guess I mark a condition, or the GM will tell you
Yep.
how the effect is.
So the limited
or
effect that you
unstable
have
temporary.
is that you have marked him, encased him from the head down.
Okay.
So he's struck. Do you mark that you screwed up your roll, or did
No,
that's
it was considered a success because the teamwork and the bonuses made it a success.
okay?
It's like, oh, Thanks.
You were about to fail,
Thanks,
but
SH.
he talked to you. You talked him into it.
I couldn't have done that without you, SH. Thanks.
You betcha.
We should flee now and make our way to the center of town.
Let us go, and I will disguise us all as trolls.
Okay, so you go rushing down,
Let's get a fresh start on this
and
before
you
anybody sees
head
us.
down. I need you to make an unleash your power roll.
Okay.
Regardless of the results of this roll, you are, unless it's like really low,
Yep.
you're going to think this you've created this illusion.
8. 8.
Okay, so you have created an illusion of trolls.
Yep.
For on
We're a
everyone.
team
so
of
long-
trolls.
So long as you can like
Keep concentration.
keep concentration and
Yep.
keep everyone within sight, you've got that kind of look. As far as everyone else is concerned, they look like normal.
Okay. Don't worry. You all look like trolls.
So you've probably got this frame of a bunch of people running along like we talked about last time with the sailors. Where are you heading? Straight to town now?
Yep. We're following this path to town to get
Okay.
to where the prisoners are.
I'm hanging in the back.
Okay.
I chat with Daybreak just for a little bit.
Okay, you've got a few minutes to talk. What are you talking about?
The crystals in the tower, did they look to be made of the same material that was that glowing crystal inside the locomotive that engineer was wouldn't shut up about?
I never entered into the locomotive. I didn't see.
I would have explained it.
Can you describe it to me?
I would have already explained it before.
Refresh my memory.
It was basically a red crystal
Yeah.
that he said he could control, and it was like the heat crystal was basically what was creating the steam to power the train, from what I understand. Because he was like, I don't know how to know how to. He's like, I don't know how to know. He said he didn't know how to operate the train. He waved his hand, and suddenly it
Yes,
cooled down.
like a star crystal, which we use to power our generators back at home.
Now the
Do they look like that? Did they look like that?
It's similar.
Color red?
Not red. This one had sort of a bluish purple color to it. And there was more of a longer focal lens on it.
They were not exactly like that. They were more of a bluish or a purplish. They had a longer focal lens on it.
different shape and color.
Is it a weapon?
It did not fire upon me. But it would have been a mistake if it had.
I don't think our generators will be fighting you anytime soon, so don't worry about that.
I was just trying to see if it might have been like the same technology, like maybe someone's
Yes.
planting crystals around,
Yes,
and the
perhaps
crystals
the
turn things
crystal would
into
be
other things.
it.
But
So yeah, we're approaching like the center of town, right?
Okay, so you are now. Is there anything else anybody wants to do on the way down?
I will continue talking. I know not of your Earth lore, but that troll controlled the Earth, just as the elemental which attacked the bank. Are these occurrences perhaps connected?
I don't know. He seemed to be doing it with a tool, like the tree trunk seemed to be some kind of
What
jail
if it
cell
was
tool.
his means of communicating with the elementals in the area?
That seems unlikely.
Piece of the tree trunk. I think it might have worked. One of my abilities is as soon as I pick up a new piece of gear, I add it as I'm like proficient in it. So I wonder if I just snapped off a twig, I'd be able to control the earth.
That would be
Or maybe just the jail cell.
like if you picked up a gun, you could be proficient in it. If you picked up like a scanner, or
Yeah.
you know, if you picked up like one of the you guys have seen what looked like rifles on some of these trolls. If you picked one of those up, you could be proficient in that.
The magic tree.
But the
wand.
magic is an entirely different thing.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything before you get
Wait,
to town?
didn't you say that magic is not a thing in this universe?
No.
You at one point said that magic...
When you were making characters, I said you couldn't play mages.
thought you had something about like magic not being
Alrighty.
existent or something.
We hit town.
You hit town, edge of town. First thing you come upon is a man and woman, male and female troll, walking hand in hand. Both of which have a what looks like a sidearm Imagine something out of like Hellboy, like one of his big guns.
Yeah.
That are the guy has one strapped to his hip, and he's got one hand in holding the female troll's hand as the two of them are walking down the road along the edge of town.
Okay.
I think we just
He
keep
said
going
we're
by.
walking as well.
Absolutely.
Quite casual.
All right, you walk right past
Make it
them.
look like you're walking.
You walk right past them.
Right
into
on.
town.
Just humming a troll song.
What is a troll song?
I have no idea. It would be out of tune, whatever. It is.
Whatever it is, it would be out of tune. All right, fair enough.
Now that's racist. How dare you?
They like it
Wouldn't
that
that
way.
be speciest?
I guess
Yeah.
so. You're right.
Wouldn't it sound like the Smurf theme song?
Why?
Why would the Smurf theme song sound like a troll song when the Smurfs are only like 3 apples tall? Which is actually really, they're
Which
supposed
is
to be
quite
three-
large
which is
considering
really
they live
quite
in
tall.
mushrooms.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
mushrooms are.
those mushrooms must be
way
huge, right?
Well, that
Makes no sense. That's
Crab apple
That's a
tall.
big-
Maybe
that's a
they're
big
crab apples. Decorative
Still,
crab
even
apples.
still, big
Even
ones.
still, that would make them about that big,
Actually,
right? I
probably
mean,
more like this big.
Okay, so instead of the Smurf song, there's
Anyways, moving on.
moving on from what out of
it's the
tune.
theme song from the Friendly Giant.
Yeah, sure.
I'm thinking more Shrek-like.
So that's an
so-
ogre once totally.
That's an ogre. Again, speak resist. Do not have this at my table. You
Wow. You all you're coming down through town. It's the buildings are all fairly sizable. You see signs hanging on the walls of the building that are it's very indicative of what they would do or what they would sell. It seems, for all intents and purposes, to be a small town.
Okay.
Primary industry would probably be fishing
Yeah.
and mining.
Okay.
There is a tavern up ahead, and you can hear troll music, which I'm not going to define.
What's the name? What's the name of
I
the
figured it out.
Oh, you figured it out.
It's the troll song from Faggle Rock.
What's the name of the tavern?
I loved Fredel Rock, but I can't remember any troll song.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's the
trolls are-
Doozers.
No, there's trolls in that one. The big ugly guys.
Looking it up.
Never mind. We don't need. Okay, fair enough.
What's the name of the
You
tavern?
made me think of
The name of the tavern is in a language you don't read.
Got it. Are you
Let's
sure
try.
I don't read it?
You have no way to really try and read it.
Stonefist Tavern.
How many guards are guarding the people in the cage?
You haven't gotten to the people in the cage yet. They're actually down the road. From where you are standing, you can see at least 3.
What kind of cage is it?
Rock.
Open air.
Yes. But not on the. Like, it's got a roof.
Is there a tree trunk nearby? Can tree trunk troll stick nearby?
There is no other tree trunks nearby. There is.
Is it like rock and bar or just
Pardon me?
rocks and bar or just bars?
It is solid rock that has somehow been raised up out of the ground and spread across the top. Like, it's almost like it's been shaped or carved, perhaps. Although, judging by what you've seen already, they seem to have some ability to control rock.
How many
Stone
people are we
technology.
freeing?
There are 5 people.
I think the original party had, was it 9? A 10-person team of scientists, military, diplomats.
And remember, guys, it is still night.
Okay.
Oh, it's night. Okay. So guys, maybe.
And one thing you've definitely noticed while you've been in town is that the people, like, this town does not appear to be in a night cycle. Everyone is fairly active.
They're trolls.
Putting it out there.
We will die. They will die at daylight. They'll turn to stone.
It's okay.
I thought those were
I'm just
others.
wondering, should our plan be like?
Oh, let's.
Those were trolls.
No, those are zombies and skeletons.
No, trolls.
How about we just before
We
we
just gotta do puzzles.
do
all
anything
night long.
rash, let's just talk to some people in town. see if we can find a
Will
place
they
to
not be
stay.
suspicious as we can only speak our
I say we-
English tongue?
I say we go to the prison and try and break these guys loose.
The-
How late is it? How close to dawn is it?
It's the middle of the night.
But wait, if we free them now, we'll have blown our cover. They'll know someone is assaulting the island.
Why don't we go
what
into
if
the
we-
tavern and buy them all a round of liquor?
How are you going to speak to them?
And do you have
They
their
do seem to speak
currency?
English.
Okay.
But it was not their first choice of communication.
You did hear the old troll say something, but you don't know what it was.
Right.
It was very guttural, very rumbly. And then when Stonefist talked to him directly, he understood in English and he spoke back in English.
Well, we could try.
Rumbly, did it sound at all like the rumblings that he made that I recognize as a language?
No.
No, mine was mechanic and alien.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to a
there's a
tavern.
Okay. You
You
go
better
into.
hope I come with you.
Are you going? Are you going with them? Is the important question.
We all need to stay together as a group, otherwise you will not look like a troll anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Do you want to go to a tavern?
Absolutely, we'll all go to the tavern.
Don't drink too much. You got to keep your concentration.
Okay.
Not a single drink.
That's gonna be real hard.
So right outside of the tavern is the you guys turn, you decide you're heading to the tavern, you're walking towards it, you see the door open up and this large troll, the clothes he's wearing is very slovenly. He's got something on him, like spilled on him, food probably, maybe alcohol, and he is stumbling around, and he is turning and walking down the road towards the edge of town.
Okay.
Do you want to jump him or do you want to let him go?
Why?
Let's just go in the tavern.
Okay, we're
He's
going to let him
got,
go.
he's got, you know,
He's come out of there, so we're gonna go open in that door.
Oh, wait. Well, we could have gone in the door anyway, I think. But
Oh,
how about
he's coming
we...
out the back door.
no, he was coming in the front door.
Okay.
Coming out the front door.
Does anybody want to pickpocket this guy for some money?
Who's good at that?
Ooh,
I'm looking at USA.
I'll try it.
Hold
That's an
on.
interesting idea. Does he have like a pouch?
Yeah, he's got like a couple of
Money pouch?
pouches. He's got a few things on him.
I'll try robbing him.
Do you have any skills that are
No,
relevant?
not at all.
All right.
Troublemaker. Actually, you know what? I'm going to challenge Burr.
You're gonna challenge
Burr.
Burr.
This is where your skills would come in really handy. You're a very nimble guy.
Yeah?
I've seen you practicing.
Yeah, I got like one of my skills is martial arts,
You
so
should
I
do it,
assume
man.
that I'd have like a quick hand.
Okay. I would say this is to directly engage a threat, because you know one of the things on that is take something from them.
Okay.
Grab his pouch.
In this case, it's like, hey, buddy, how you doing?
Ooh, that's 7.
Anybody helping him?
I can help him.
I do not.
Well, I do troublemaker. I
Wait,
can
wait,
get him
wait,
to it.
wait! I have snatch. Whatever's so
Mentioned
funny.
that earlier.
All right. So moving on. So you have gone forward to try and pickpocket him, and as he has announced that he has an ability called Snatch. And
Did you yell that out? Like that your character just yelled that out? Or?
okay, so what are you? You are at 7.
You know
right?
what? I forgot.
What do I
okay.
need to?
A partial success is a 7, 7 to 9.
What's so funny?
So I can choose one then, right?
You can choose one thing.
So I'll take something
Okay.
from it.
Okay,
don't
so
need to
that would
spend that one
mean
penny
he the counter to this is he's going to notice.
So
So you
Yeah.
walk up, you
if I, because I encouraged
Yeah,
him,
I
I'm
can do
thinking
that.
troublemaker.
okay. What
That
does
would give us-
troublemaker do?
That will turn one of these into 2 instead of 1.
Okay,
If we use the team
Haven't
rule,
heard that word.
and if we use the other one,
8, 9, 10.
that would get us to 10.
okay.
Now
So
we
you
leave
got
us
a
with
7.
no,
Oh,
nothing in our
9.
pool.
Oh, yeah, so that 9,
you-
I get you over 10. Yeah, that's true.
Do you have any danger bonus right now?
I do not have a danger bonus.
Okay. So you are spending 1 to do, give him a +2 because you're doing troublemaker.
Yeah. In my encouragement to get him to do that.
Because you initially encouraged him to
Yeah.
do it. How is someone else helping in the situation?
Oh, Well, my solution was going to be an uppercut with like a 5-pound rock to the chin. And I figure he's drunk. He'll just like.
So you're gonna try and you're gonna try and hit
You're
him.
not really helping him. You're distracting him.
But since you're going a different route with, I kind of see what you're doing, and so I changed my mind about clocking him.
Maybe some words of encouragement.
You could move a rock a little bit and make him stumble on it. That would give you that as a bonus.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I was reaching for an idea, and I like that one the best. It's like, oh, buddy.
Okay.
It's like, oh, you should be looking out where you're going.
So you have no team pool left at this point.
Correct.
How do we acquire
But
team
you
pool?
have acquired a pouch of money without any danger to yourselves.
Yeah, and I could only take one thing.
Well, now you've made it
Take
success.
something, yeah. Was there something
That was
else
a
you
10
wanted?
now.
I was hoping he might have one of the like. Does he have anything else on him, or just like a?
A weapon?
No, he would not have a weapon.
Okay, yeah, it's fine then.
Okay. Yeah, he would not have been armed. He's sort of the town. The idea being is that this is sort of the town drunk.
It's like you can't have a weapon.
All right.
So he must have a lot of beer money.
All right, let's divvy this up a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to take a quick moment to hit the washroom that I need to, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
You guys, I'm leaving the timer on. You guys can kind of make a
We
plan.
can make our plan.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Make a plan. All right.
Is it muted?
No.
No, it's
It's
on.
not
Keeping
muted.
it up.
You're still on.
All right. So why don't we've got money to go into the tavern,
Yep.
try and get a sense of who they have prisoner, what happened to the other invaders.
What they've been doing for the last few days. What's been going? If anything interesting has
Yeah.
been going on that they think is interesting.
Well, let's find out if they know anything
Besides
about
people?
the outsiders that came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened to the ones that aren't there?
Right. And maybe we could try and allude that we had heard there was more or something. Just
Yeah,
to,
like I saw a few more. And
the old man up the road.
Yeah.
We're travelers, and we heard someone was using sorcery
But we're
around
not
here.
travelers because we're from the same island. We're all from the town.
All right. Unless I suspect we're not, then we say we are.
Yeah.
We'll play that. We'll play that angle if we need to. But okay, yeah. Well, we won't really comment about where we're from.
No.
Try to go on the assumption we're locals.
We want to ask more questions than be asked. All right. Sounds like a plan.
Been forever since I had one of these.
And Azzy, do you know the rest of your abilities?
Would you like to know?
No? I just want to know if you know your
Reality
abilities.
Storm. Move, worship, and snatch.
What does move do?
It's my teleport.
Okay.
Would you like to know what the rest of them do?
Sure, why not? We got time to kill.
Reality Storm. I just directly engage a threat using spending burn and using freak instead of danger, and I blow everything up if I don't spend another burn. And snatch, I spend a burn and I can take something that's up to the size of one person, including
Are
a
you
person.
limited in how many burns you can get, or what you take, or
Yeah,
whatever it is?
at the start of every encounter. So,
Yeah.
like, technically that would have been another encounter, and I could have rolled free.
Okay.
I generate more. I could generate more.
My bottle cap tells me I should write a poem.
A poem.
Write a poem.
Poem.
Oh, yeah.
I found the Fraggle Rock song. The
Yes, but-
troll song. This is what it sounded like.
Oh no.
Is that the puppet one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It might have only been sung once or twice in the whole series.
Oh, the troll. Oh, okay.
Not really as aggressive troll as I was thinking.
And you know what? Quite on tune, I would say. Quite on tune.
We have found the song of the trolls.
You have found the Song of the Trolls. You must play the Song of the Trolls for the fine audience
did.
at home.
We
Oh, you've
did.
done that already. Okay. And what was the Song of the Trolls?
It was just him going, "Doop, doop, doop, doop."
Oh, okay.
Marvel,
Nearly as exciting as it could be.
It was not.
No, they didn't eat me. I had to run to the washroom to meal. We have a new chocolate bar for when you can't decide what you want to eat.
I don't think there was any left.
Oh, you want to pass it over? Sorry, unfortunately there wasn't any left. But apparently,
Don't use the French side.
Alrighty, we got our plan.
apparently there is a better troll song. Well, if you know what it is, please send us a link to it on my phone to me, and I will play it. All right, so you have a plan.
We're going into the tavern.
All right. So you go up the stairs, or out into the door, walk in. Your illusion is still holding.
Yep.
And, oh, it said indecisive. She couldn't read it. The lights in the tavern are all based around sort of like crystals. They're glowing in different spots around the room. There's a larger female troll walking around carrying these bucket-sized tankards to different places.
Science boy, do you think you could figure out these crystals?
There's probably about 10 people, I would say, roughly in here.
Okay.
By people,
10
I mean
trolls.
and they are without any rolls or anything else. You can tell they are concerned and they are scared.
Okay. Since we entered, they're concerned and scared?
No, they were concerned and scared before you entered. They don't seem to pay much attention to you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus trolls walking into. Okay. There's totally nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
I need to try and figure it out. I probably need one.
The majority of people in the place are definitely armed.
Okay.
Ranging in everything from what looked like some variant of a firearm to
Bow and arrow.
no bow and arrows. Ranging in like firearms, so like sidearms and rifles, and some of them are armed with what looked like melee weapons.
Okay.
The bartender kind of gives you guys a nod as you walk in. What do you want? A drink.
Beer.
Okay.
Beer for the whole troop.
Yeah, we'll bring it over.
Wait, are the crystals floating?
No, they're mounted on the wall. And he gestures to a table that's big enough to fit all of you.
Okay.
It's the only one in the room.
Perhaps you could sit near the light and figure out the crystal.
Is it near the wall?
There's a light near your table.
They're on the wall.
But I need to be able to do that stealthily. And I think
Do you need to do stealthily?
Okay, so
Just like
you guys are taking your seat at the table, and these
make it look natural. That's right.
a few minutes go by, and these buckets of for you they'd be buckets of beer are brought out.
These are going to be very hard to lift.
I have super durability and strength.
Yeah, those of you with super strength can lift it no problem. Those of you without will have a problem.
Let me take care of that for you, SH.
But it's your super strength, not you can't make someone else super strong.
No, but I can carry it for him.
Oh, I see.
It'll just look odd.
It'll
that
just
you're
look like
giving
you're
me-
feeding him a beer.
I can give you a straw.
Okay.
Better be a metal straw. We gotta save the
The
planet.
money you guys had all collected was a variation of like little tiny crystal chips and stuff.
Okay.
And she tells you that'll be 4 amethyst, and you are able to cover that.
Okay.
Not much more beyond that, but you have a round of beers.
And how does the beer smell? It smells like beer?
Malted.
Probably malt, hops.
So it's not-
I don't drink beer.
It's not some kind of horrible swilly thing.
No. This is beer.
Okay. Well,
This is something you might be able to find a recipe for. It. Grape and grain.
you should go and do your questions.
Like, oh yeah, I guess this. I guess yeah, when the waitress drops off the beer, it's like, things have sure been strange lately, right?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't heard anything from the mainland in a while.
What do you?
Uh,
Oh yeah.
we're expecting a couple blimps to arrive this morning, but none showed. The captain of and she gestures to a group over by the side, who are they're all sitting together, and they've got sort of like a uniform on.
Ah, okay.
The captain of the Airstone says he tried to make it to the mainland, but he saw the city and it looked different. So he and there's like these strange metal birds flying around. So he headed back to here.
Where did...
Must have had something to do with those outsiders.
Yes. We heard there was outsiders.
Yeah. They arrived a little bit before the airship got here. They also arrived in a strange metal bird.
It's not right, those strange metal birds.
What happened to
Stupid,
them?
Just not natural.
Are they running loose, or should we be
Especially when they
worried?
get rested
Well,
and noisy.
The mayor wants us all on alert. I'm sure you've heard. That's why everyone's got their weapons with them.
Yes. I was sleeping.
Oh,
I missed it.
okay. She
I was in the woods sleeping.
They, she's buying it. Well, he wants us all armed, so you better go home and get your gun or your sword, whatever you like.
Well, how many should we be expecting to be attacking us?
Oh, they brought 10.
And do they think there's more? How many
We don't know.
How many can go in these steel birds? Have we taken apart the steel bird?
The steel bird is up by the Wayward Tower.
Can it be eaten?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Did they take the outsiders up there too?
The outsiders seem to be two different groups.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
'cause I was
one,
gonna say, I only saw some here.
One put up much more of a fight. I think at this point one of you needs to make a Pierce the Mask roll. One of the three of you, since you three are the ones who are doing the talking.
Okay.
What do you need for Pierce the Mask?
Pierce the Mask is
Mundane.
2d6 plus mundane.
Okay. All right. I will attempt to pierce the mask on her. 6 plus my 1 mundane gives me 7.
Okay, so with a 7, you get. I'm definitely not going to say this woman is a villain.
Okay.
She does not count as a villain.
She's not trying to murder us right now.
She's not trying to murder or imprison you. But you get to ask one question. I mean, you've kind of asked a bunch of questions, and she's given you some back and forth.
Yeah. Well, these are when you do pierce the mask, they're a bit more personally directed at her character.
I would say that you can kind of pierce the mask based on what she knows of the community.
Okay.
No worries. Thank you for trying, Camille. She tried to find the song she was thinking of.
Why why don't you ask who has the best cache of weapons that we could go?
We only have a specific list of 5 questions we can ask.
How could I get your character to tell me where the weapons are? Would work.
Oh yeah, we don't have weapons. All right. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. I forgot we were.
But we don't intrinsically need one.
Or you don't. Yeah, as
Why?
characters, you don't intrinsically need weapons or really necessarily understand how they will work. But
Yeah, okay.
Burr will.
All right. Yeah.
At
Okay.
least for one of them.
Thank you for the hint, GM. a useful hint.
I'm just trying to help you guys understand the system. It is a little different than anything we've played before.
It is.
Other
Yeah.
than a
I
long
can
time
only
ago.
use one at a time.
All right. So how could we get this
My brain
waitress's
only has
characters
so much
to tell us where we can get these weapons that we're supposed to keep on us?
Well, she's indicated already that you should have them at home.
Yeah.
But
Um,
isn't there like a gun shop or
But
something?
if you don't have them at home,
We don't have a home here. Yeah.
there is a store where you could buy them. There is there's
whatever
a
his
town
name is.
armory where they might be able to get you some of the lesser ones.
Okay.
With Piercing the Mask, can we ask her where the
Oh,
other?
Unfortunately, you only because of his role, he only gets one question.
You know what we could do is just go to the woods and break off big tree branches and then have clubs because we're trolls. If we can find some nails around, we
So
can hammer a nail into it.
Using my strength.
If Daybreaker Eye
Forward
trying
with
to
an
pierce the
alien.
mask, can we ask more questions? Is that going to work? Or
I said one of you needed to be your mask. If you wanted to engage someone else in conversation,
okay,
then yes, you would be able to try and pierce their mask.
okay.
But yeah, the waitress has kind of told you, yes, yeah, I had to pick some up too. I went to the Crystal Sparker, and you know where it is. It's
Yeah.
just down the street.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small town with a population of about 250 people, right?
Yep.
I'm ignoring the fact that a town of 250 people would certainly notice 7 new trolls arriving in their bar that no one's ever seen before. So
We're doing
Must
good.
blend in
We
well.
just happen to look like.
you just happen to look like Steve.
Yeah.
At that moment, Steve walks into the bar.
So, what are the rest of you doing while these 3 are kind of engaging the waitress? She's brought you, 7 buckets of beer. Burr, Wrecker, Ren,
I'm not drinking
Lot
the
Flame.
beer.
You're not drinking the beer?
I'm not drinking the beer. I've
playing
been
darts.
refilling everybody else's glasses when they're not looking.
Okay. And how are you doing that? You just sort of discreetly using your powers?
They're watching everybody else or talking, and it's loud. It's a big environment and everything else. So as they're not looking, I'm just refilling the glasses with my bucket of beer.
Okay, yeah. You could also make like light constructs and to move it if you wanted to be really funky with your powers, but okay, Wrecker, what are you doing?
I'm using David's
I'm
beauty
just
to
playing
distract
darts.
them, sorry.
You're what?
Just playing darts.
Okay, yeah, sure. There's a couple of trolls that
Yeah.
are throwing probably like large, heavy
Looks like lawn darts.
Lawn
darts,
darts.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're throwing them against the wall.
Maybe ask them questions while you're playing. See if you can find out where the prisoners
Dude, I'll
are.
actually go with Wrecker as well.
Okay.
Sure.
I'd probably be good at darts.
Yeah, be like
Assuming you could even lift them, Mr. Normal.
Mr. Normal.
Sure. What are you guys saying? You've got a kind of game going with the 2 of them. I'm gonna let Burr make an unleash power roll. Okay, to determine how well you are doing against them.
Okay.
So what is unleash power?
Yeah, because your power is like accuracy and things
Yeah.
like that, like a Hawkeye type character.
Yeah.
So roll plus freak.
Plus freak?
I think that's what it is.
-1.
Yeah, it's plus freak.
What is your freak?
0.
Okay, I'm gonna say +0 because you're working together.
Ooh, 6, 7, 8.
There.
Okay. It's a very close game going back and forth. But no one side is really destroying the other.
Okay.
And the prisoners are the what's it called? Hills, right?
The prisoners are in what looks like about the center of town, kind of like a town square.
What are?
But there was
are they-
only 5
Are they
there, I
human
thought.
or are they?
They are human.
Oh, they're human. Oh, okay.
But there was only 5 there.
That
right?
is correct. Yes.
So we need to figure out where the other 5 are.
Yeah.
I suspect they might not be alive.
Yeah.
But she didn't say that. She said they were taken somewhere else.
Oh, did she? I thought you just said
That's
they put
what
up a
I
fight.
heard.
Yeah. She has not indicated that. She didn't say any of them were killed. She may not know.
Okay.
But she does know there are others being kept elsewhere.
What was that? What was that? The Wayward Tower? Or
The bird, the
Oh, okay.
But we don't know where it is though.
You don't know which tower is the wayward one.
Yeah. I couldn't think of a way of
I'll just be like-
asking about that without making her suspicious.
Try something new. Be like, yeah. Oh, you know what? We gotta finish up this game, guys, because I have guard duty for those stinking humans that we just caught. But do you know what tower they're in?
All right. So give me a pierce the mask roll.
Okay.
This would be mundane.
Mundane.
So 2 dice plus your mundane stat.
Okay.
My
minus
mundane
one.
is +2, but I guess I can't.
What is yours?
-1.
I'm not going to say because you guys are talking together, you're like a pair, you're probably working together.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah.
case, I'll let you use your +1.
Okay.
Or +2.
Yeah, +2.
5. So
6, 7.
7 is you get to ask 1.
Okay. That's sorry.
So you're kind of asking which tower is the wayward tower.
Yeah.
And they will tell you it is, and it's the one over there, and he points off to the tower on the specific point on the crest.
Okay.
It's the way the
Square?
wind blows. It's the
Square or round?
we'll say it's the square tower because you
Okay.
marked one is square and one is round.
All right.
And that's also where the dragonfly landed. The steel bird.
So I'll just radio into the guys. Well, I guess not right away, but
Yeah, they're like 20 feet away from
Yeah.
you, typed in the bar, so it's not too hard to tell them in a few minutes. So that's the 5 of you. Ren, you're busy emptying and changing glasses, so you're not having to drink
I'm keeping
anything.
them drinking.
Black Flame, are you doing anything in particular? No. Okay.
Other than
So
not drinking.
you guys are all back together. You know where the tower is.
I really want to beat these trolls in darts, so can I do another Unleash My Power?
You certainly can.
Woo! 6, and then it was +1, right?
That's right.
7.
So you're actually
tied.
You're still a tie.
Okay.
As you see them start their second game,
Yep.
you're the only one who's kind of been able to see these the illusionary sort of like outlines of all of them.
Yep.
You see his start to crumble a little bit.
Okay, boys, it's time for us to leave. I'm worried our illusion is about to give up. Maybe I had a little too much of this beer.
And on that note, we're going to stop the game. It is 9 o'clock. And I know how much Azrael loves a good cliffhanger. You can tell by the look on his face. Right there, it's perfect.
He's had this happy look on his face all night long.
I know every time I drop a cliffhanger on them, he always looks so happy and excited.
You realize
so we
you're
will be
playing
back
with
next
the
week,
cliffhangers.
Thursday. And
That's also Cliff's birthday.
it is also my birthday next week, the 24th. So there might be some singing of happy birthday, there might be cake, there might be muffins, there might be... I have no idea because no one's asked me what I want to do if I want to do anything. And no one's asked me if I'm going to do anything. So,
We've
in the
all been
meantime...
focused on Halloween.
and yeah, speaking of Halloween, the week after that will be Halloween.
Are we dressing up?
If people want to dress up, they are welcome to dress up.
Where's she gonna be?
That's cool.
We will also be doing a special one-shot game of Zombie World.
So what time are we getting here?
If people could be here around 6:30, I would appreciate it.
For Zombieland?
On the Halloween day.
Yeah.
So we will be starting the stream early, and also watch on next week Tuesday. to find out what's happening with our Invisible Son, or not Invisible Son, our Betrayal Legacy, Chapter 2. Or sorry, no, Chapter 1. Because the first scenario was considered Chapter 0.
That is correct.
So thank you again for watching tonight. We've had a couple people around all night. Hey, Borealis, nice to see you. You got here just in time. I hope you had enjoyed the end of the game. In the meantime, we're glad you exist.
Glad you're there.
We're glad you exist.